Ever since the inception of music, there have been people who want to prove that they can play their instrument better than you. And you can see this in a lot of genres, mainly ones starting with the word progressive. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today, no. This one starts with the word technical. And of course, I'm talking about tech death. I love tech death. It's one of my favorite subgenres. Tech death is like the evil cousin to slam. See, you got the normal people who listen to brutal death metal. Then you got the people who listen to slam. Then you got the people who think they're better than the people who listen to slam. That's the people who listen to tech death. You know, for tech death, think of any kind of prog, multiply that by 10. There's actually a lot of similarities between prog and tech death, and they're usually hand in hand. You rarely see like a strictly tech death band. It's usually some blend of tech and prog. Tech death is all about maintaining that kick, that punch of death metal, while also maintaining that they can play their instruments better than you. Some of the best examples: Archspire, Spawn of Possession, The Faceless, Necrophagist. These are great fucking bands. They also incorporate a bunch of different techniques, like very strange techniques all across the board. Think of Oliver from Archspire. No one else screams like that. He's like a machine gun. And there's a lot of very specific and strange guitar techniques that I've noticed that really only appear in tech death. You don't see it anywhere else. There are also specific categories that these bands will fall into. They're either rhythmic or melodic. You know, you got bands like Decapitated. They're very rhythmic. Their riffs are very like, you know, they're always complex, but they're more based on the rhythm of it. And then the melody side, you got like Archspire, Spawn of Possession, and Fairy. They use a lot of diminished scales, a lot of harmonic minor, and a lot of shredding, a lot of sweep picking, you know? And like all their riffs are just super fast and also somewhat very complicated. You know, they're not just trying to like play a bunch of notes really fast. They're trying to play a bunch of notes that would be hard to play fast. I'm actually going to use an example here that I can barely play. This is, I think, Bodiless Sleeper by Spawn of Possession. Obviously, I can't play it as fast as they do, but that's what I mean by, like, they're fast and complicated, because these are, like, octave jumps, and I go from the 2nd fret on the lowest string to the 14th fret on the 2nd highest. I'm not entirely aware of the origins of technical death metal. I know it stemmed from brutal death metal, but that's pretty much all I know. You know, you got bands like Dying Fetus, Cryptopsy, Suffocation, kind of. They were also like, they were a blend between tech and slam, and those kind of led into like Surreption, Psychroptic, Necrophagist. Those are 3 that I can name. Also, can't leave the bassists out. Can't leave the drummers out. The bass work is crazy. I mean, you have to match the guitar that they're doing, so the bassist also has to be like equally as insane. And the drums, you can't just continually do blast beats. You actually have to maintain the level of interesting as the other instruments are. You can't just like do the same drum pattern over and over. People are gonna get bored. Technical death metal is a cool subgenre. One of my favorites, actually. No, I love all death metal. Death metal is one of my favorite genres of all time. I love that shit. I'm gonna talk about some of the good modern tech death. You know, Exocrine, Cryptopsy, Aborted sort of fits into that category. Not entirely, but kind of. Anyways, subscribe to your mother. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Follow my channel.